You did the thing with the thing.
I thought I did the thing. Hey, good evening, Ladybugs and Yellow Jackets. Welcome to this week's episode of FAE News here on FAE Productions. I am your host, Fairy Princess Lolly, and tonight I am here with Justinian Blanc, Esquire, and famous Dana the Boggin.
Hi.
The Boggin S now. Yes, Count Albin Morbid. And Jarl Gunther Hammerhands. No. when the day comes that mead comes in plastic bottles, that's what I imagine you're gonna do. You're gonna be like with the mead, like it'll go everywhere. It'll be a mess. Hello, and I on the leprechaun.
I do neighbors.
You think I'm going to contribute to alcohol abuse like that? You underestimate the powers of a troll.
I think that you just don't want to clean it up. If somebody else had to clean it up.
But I'll
well, so at the behest, I take no credit for how we are apparently abusing the bell this evening, but at the behest of Flora, who is not yet here, she requested this afternoon that we pound the bell. So if you guys would like to get notifications of our future shows, like, subscribe, and pound the bell. Take it as you will. Yes.
Where are we taking it to?
Well...
wherever to let us.
No,
Funky
Las
Town.
Vegas. Just go to Las Vegas and stay there. Like, that's it. So
we can't take it to Funky Town.
No.
Take me too.
Last time I went to Funky Town, I went with my meat everywhere.
I don't think I've ever seen you do anything of the sort, to be perfectly honest. But also, please allow me to welcome or say thank you to today's show sponsor, which is Foxes and Ravens. They are an enchanting female-owned business for fantasy and fairy tale leather creations. Speaking of pounding the bell, I mean, so, specializing in custom tooling, they offer a variety of leather accessories for the fair and everyday life in a variety of themes, and they have created a universe to help adventurers navigate their shop, a land called the Guarded Realms, so called because it is guarded by the Great Fox and Raven spirits. Within the realms, there's the Elder Grove, which is the home of the elves. There is the Witch's Cottage, which is the home of magic, Fairy Hollow, home of the Fae, and the Shiredom, which is home of the hobbits, the Halls of Drakkar, which are the home of the Vikings, and the great twin cities of Foxford and Corvix, known for their taverns and libraries, although I'm not sure which one has which, to be perfectly honest. They also offer gear for wanderers and adventurers, a range of items fit for any fantasy character, with several options for customization. Please check them out. Every piece is lovingly crafted by hand at Nora's workshop in Canada, with shipping worldwide. So you can find their information in the low bar there, in the ticker, and the low bar is what I was trying to say. Those words got all mixed up. But yes, thank you to Foxes and Ravens. They were also one of our Fairy Blossom Festival vendors. So, and with that said,
you mentioned there was a tavern and then Gunther disappeared. You said that this realm had a tavern and then Gunther left.
And then poof, he was gone.
Poof.
Apparently he has some kind of portal magic that we all need to learn that teleports him instantly to taverns. And I really want one of those. Every time I see you drink one of those, I want one. And then I wonder how do I always forget? And yes, in Canada. So I want to just really quick too, before we jump into things too much, just go over, we have a really short little calendar of events. It feels so good actually to have a calendar of events, and so that's why I'm very excited about it. But BritCon coming up on August 7th, and that is the Northwest Premier British Online Convention. It's going to be online this year. I think that they mean for it to go back to being in person next year, but you can check them out, BritCon, and that is coming up here in actually just a couple of weeks. They've got some really cool actors. They've got the guy that played, who is the one that had the cat in Harry Potter?
Oh, wait. Mr. Filch, the groundskeeper?
Yes, they have
David Bradley, I believe.
for one of their guests. They have one of the doctors for one of their guests of honor.
Technically, so is David Bradley.
Wait, he's one of the doctors?
He played the actor who played the first Doctor, and then he played the first Doctor in one of the specials.
As the actor
Did he
who played
play
the
the
first
part
Doctor.
of Magenta in the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I do not believe that he did. No,
Because they also have that acting person as well, and now
he was Columbia.
Columbia. No, Magenta is the one with the big hair and the gothy looking eyes, not the Cyndi Lauper look. I guess that's how I think of Columbia. It's more like Cyndi Lauper look. Anyway, APPLEBASH, that's our event. It's coming up on September 3rd through the 6th at Dryad's Rest. I'm really excited for this. That is the first weekend of September, you guys. It's our harvest event, and we get to have it be a little bit bigger this year, which is exciting. It is, of course, no tickets necessary, but if you do want to get your VIP bonuses, then over to the Patreon you go and subscribe there, and you will get your VIP packs and other such things at the event when you arrive. And then also we have the Fall Fairy Festival, which is in Tacoma, I believe, and that is September 18th. The Fairy Ball in Biloxi, Mississippi from September 10th to the 11th, and the Bad Fairy Ball, 2 different fairy balls, on October 1st in Las Vegas. But all of those are in-person events. So with that that's it. Look at that. Like, I got through a list of events. That was very exciting. Yes. Oh, I guess I should say this weekend too. We're having a Kingdom sword practice. Where is Gunther? He has disappeared and has not come back. I wonder if he's having computer issues. Like all that human tech is befuddling him.
He said something about it being on ice. But it was freezing.
Ah, freezing.
By the way,
Yes, go ahead.
I was going to say, down in Hillsboro, August 21st is the Celtic Fantasy Fair.
Celtic Fantasy Fair.
Yeah, I just sent a message to it to one of our little chat places where we chat. But it's a one day affair. I think, oddly enough, there's been times where it's been the same day as Fairy Worlds, but that's not an issue this year.
Well, definitely. I'm looking forward. Like, August is coming up, and gosh, we have so much that's going on. Like, this weekend, we're going to be out in Kitsap, where Flora is, and we're having a sword practice and doing some other fun kingdomy things out there. I think I might see if we can give a go of maybe some magic spell slinging as well. I've been working to get some of that stuff ready for the actuals of the things. But maybe I might try some spell slinging out there. I don't know. We'll see. And yes, Argus Filch, the janitor. That's who I was talking about.
Cat was Mrs. Norris.
What?
The cat was Mrs. Norris.
Yes, that's right. It was terrible when I thought the cat died. I basically cried. Yeah, didn't she get frozen or something by a basilisk or whatever? And
Petrified.
It was a temporary. She, much like most of the characters in that book, she was just in a coma until the end of the season, I think.
Well, I know, but at the
Temporary
time, I was like,
petrification.
no.
Yeah, well, that's not what death means.
Temporary
that's
petrification until they had the right stuff that was brought to by a certain Professor Sprout, and then everybody was okay at the very end of that particular year. So, all good.
That is
Yes,
because
not death.
Voldemort is so concerned with everyone's education that he waits till nearly the end of the school year to attack.
This is his extra
Education
educational
support.
stuff.
I'm pretty sure that, how do you know that was his motivation? How do you know that his motivation just wasn't that he had to reach a certain level of power and that just happened to coincide with the end of the year before he was able to actually enact his plan?
No, because he'd been a student at Hogwarts. He knew that education was a very important part, and he was secretly very salty that they never made him a defense against the dark arts teacher.
He was the true embodiment of evil because he made sure all the students had to do all their homework and tests before he attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they have to eat their vegetables too?
Before everyone had to do homework? No, he had to wait until they did all their papers. That's evil. That's what evil is.
Yeah. No reprieve for the good.
No interrupting owls or newts. No interrupting any other examinations.
No interrupting cows. And so what happens if you like doing papers and writing things? Stop it. I like doing that kind of stuff. Thank you very much. Does that make me evil? I like doing homework like things in academia. And
so did Voldemort.
Oh no, that's actually not one of the reasons why you're evil. No.
But there are reasons.
Yes.
I'm not actually evil. I don't think I like your attitude. If I'm evil, what does that make you?
I assure you, I have never said that I was not evil.
I know, but if you consider yourself to be so evil, surely you can't think of me as...
Evil's not always on the same side as other evil. That's not how it works. They don't all get jerseys. They're not.
We don't all get evil jerseys, boys.
Evil's not always on the same team.
I thought that it was, and I thought it was just like the dark side, and it had cookies.
Oh yeah, there's never infighting among the Sith, right?
No, not in the slightest. I mean, sometimes people accidentally lose their heads as they get too excited, but or Norm. Sometimes
the dark side isn't evil.
The way the Empire was all just hugging each other all the time and being very supportive of one another was very inspirational.
Oh, yes.
I want to point out in Star Wars, the dark side isn't the side that stole babies away from their parents in order to train them in a mystical order of brutal police. So
okay, well, I mean, I think that probably between the two philosophies, the Sith philosophy is at least the more honest of them, right? So hard to say, sometimes all very subjective. I don't want to. I'm not. Here I am, making justifications for evil. Is that what's happening right now? I should stop while I'm ahead, you guys. Well, Sorry, go ahead.
When do you get ahead of these things?
Okay, here we go. Some clarification. There are levels of evil and different types. And honestly, chaotic evil and selfish evil are always fighting over the type of cookies to have. Like one of them wants peanut butter and with raisins, nobody likes that, and the other one does not.
The other one naturally wants snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodles.
Lawful evil
Yay,
just
Gunther,
gives you
you're
wheat
back.
thins. Lawful evil just gives you wheat thins.
I'm going to say this. Why the hell in God's name are you arguing about cookies and debating about... Just freaking enjoy the cookies and find something interesting to talk about other than freaking bakery.
All right, then why don't
Evil
you tell
cookies.
us what happened
We're talking
out
about evil cookies.
in the Barony of Seasons, since you want something interesting to talk about. What happened this weekend, Gunther? You were there.
Anything interesting? I want to hear you guys say something interesting. I've said more than enough interesting things in my life.
But not in the last 5 minutes. So ready, go.
Because you're the one who's not finding this interesting.
I don't find any of it interesting.
Okay, well, then you can't. So I'm with Count Morbid on this one. You cannot just come into the show, start griping about everything, and then not have anything to say. Like, oh, you guys are.
You know what? I can. You know why?
And I also don't have anything interesting.
It's in the name troll. It's there.
Oh,
figure it out, man.
I do feel a little dirty that Fairy Princess Ollie agrees with me, but I'll get over it.
Yeah, you probably should, because it's filthy, man. What's wrong with you?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, internet
Okay.
troll.
All right.
I'm just saying, if everyone else in the conversation thinks it's interesting, then they clearly aren't going to say things that are interesting to you without you saying them.
Well, since he refuses to tell us what happened this weekend, we're just going to call him the internet troll. I don't even know what OG means.
You need to go read a book.
Original gangster.
Is that really what it means?
OG.
Why didn't you know that?
Why don't you know that?
Look at me. Clearly, I am somebody who would know what original gangster means. Also, I'm just old. I'm old.
That's an old term. Like, I should know this term somehow.
Did you not listen? Did you not listen or hear
original goblins? Yeah, I like this.
Original goblins.
I'll go with original goblin. Thank you. Right there. That's the OG.
That's actually pretty good. Yes,
it is. So I am excited to say here as well. Okay, so how come you won't tell us what happened actually, Gunther? Why won't you talk about what happened out in the Barony of Seasons? Was it terrible?
What happens in the Barony of Seasons stays in the Barony of Seasons.
Well, you know what? I saw that both Normaeth and...
You didn't see nothing. You weren't there.
Illyria are out in the audience right now.
That's cool. You didn't say. You didn't see nothing.
Maybe I should just kick you off and bring them in here, and they'll tell us.
I mean, if that's what you want to do.
Hand, fingers, thumb. Dum diddy dum diddy dum dum dum. Nope. It's not what I want to do, but I guess. I mean, I don't know why you're resisting.
Yeah, OG.
Because honestly, I'm afraid my internet, my interwebs is going to break out again. That's honestly why.
And so instead of just starting, you're just going to say a bunch of gibberish. Whatever.
Just talk.
You're already out there. Everybody saw you doing the cute little dance.
I didn't
right?
do a dance.
You did. You did a little dance. Even famous Dana saw you doing a little dance.
I didn't do a dance.
You did.
No.
Yes, it's on the interwebs. It's literally here on our channel portal.
That
was not me.
Spider web never lies.
It was a doppelganger. It was not me.
See, well, it wasn't sword practice. Not out in Lilac City.
But if I find out who was doppelganging me, it will be a sword reality.
Whatever. Okay, so we have a really long list of names because, as you guys will recall, the Wolf's Cosplay shop with the awesome LED dagger was the vendor from last week with the prize, and there were so many entries. So I'm going to pull up the Wheel of Win here, and I know. You guys can see the Wheel of Win. Yes, here it is. So yeah, this is the super long list of names. And just to remind you guys how to get on this, one was to leave a comment of Sting in the comment section of last week's video. One way to get an entry is to subscribe to this channel by hitting the join button. And the way you can get a third entry for a maximum of 3 per person is to join our Patreon at any level, and then you will get an entry for that as well. So you can be on this list a maximum of 3 times, which is good because from this list, when I hit that submit button right there, 50 names only will be pulled. I assure you there are more than 50 names there. So here is our wheel. Woohoo! And I actually tested this earlier today because I was curious about how random this wheel was. So I actually went and tested it, and it is indeed random. So, because for a while, I was just like kind of getting, is this real random? But it actually is. So, excuse me, my eye itches. And with that said, you guys, here we go. I'm spinning the wheel for the winner in your choice of colors of the dagger. Jester 5. Wow. They made this whole thing different. 559. Congratulations. You are the winner of the awesome dagger. So, yes, congratulations. That is most excellent. And thank you actually for being one of our YouTube subscribers, since I know that that's where you come to us from. Yay. And let's see. There we go. And with that said, we do have.
So this jester person should be contacting us so that we could put them in the appropriate.
Well, I will actually contact them.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Unless they're in the audience, then I will be reaching out to contact them, which I don't think that they are because I haven't seen them. But then again, people sometimes lurk, sort of like Count Morpid's hand is lurking right now. Like, what's even unless they're in the audience, then I will be reaching.
I was reaching into the YouTubes.
Is that what you were doing? I felt like you were trying to face hug me with your hand, like. Yeah. No. Free hugs, yay! Okay, I'm bringing in tonight's vendor, you guys, yay! I'm very excited. Marika, hello. Welcome to our crazy show.
I'm glad to be here. It seems like a lot of fun.
Give it time.
We try to make it that way there. Wow, look at you have a cool setup. All your stuff going on there.
Thank you.
Well, please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Marika. I am an intuitive ceramic artist. I got started when my mom bought a pottery studio, and I got started doing pottery that way. That was about 4 years ago, and I've been doing it ever since. I always loved art as a kid. I like to consider I've always been an artist. So I just kind of never stopped doing it. And I also became pagan around some point in high school, so I've kind of melded the two. So everything I create has a little bit of love and light and energy, positive energy into it. And I just like being able to touch people that way. What I see?
Well, no.
What happened just then? Everything sucks.
Okay. No, like she stopped talking, and then when I came, like I was like, "Uh-oh, I am not moving. What's happening right now?" So,
oh no.
So now, where are you based out of?
Chicago.
Chicago. Ooh, whoa, you're out there in that is the kingdom of shimmering waters, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, we don't go in the lake out here. It's gross.
Well, you're also where the $1 million fairy castle is.
Oh, I don't think I've heard about that.
It's
in the Museum of Industry and
Science and Industry or Industry and but
there's $1 million fairy house there.
So it was built in the 1920s or something like that, and it costs over $1 million. It's like an enormous dollhouse, but all of the miniature stuff was done by the top artists of the day. And so it's pretty crazy. It's really very pretty. And it is. It's worth seeing, that's for sure. So did you bring some of your stuff with us tonight to show us what you've got? All right, well, let's get to it. Let's see it.
Heck yeah. So I've got a lot of fun stuff. One of my favorite things to paint are dragons, actually. So I don't know how well this one will show up on camera because he's all dark. One of my favorite things are these little like shelf sitters.
Oh, wow.
They literally, you sit them on a shelf and they like curl over the edge like that. And they're also all guided by a card pulled from a dragon tarot deck as well. So they all have like a little piece of guidance to them as well, which I really like doing.
Sculpted that whole thing.
How close can you get that to the camera?
I don't sculpt, I just paint.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they're sculpted when they come to me, and then I completely paint them, glaze them, fire them, add all the fun little like metallic touches you can see.
Oh, wow.
Adorable.
Yeah, and then there's like little baby sizes too. They have little friends.
Aww. Are they heavy enough to be like a bookend?
Or murder weapon?
I would. I have them on my bookshelves at home, like on like edges and stuff to keep the books up.
Yes.
They're pretty hefty. They're all ceramic, so they're the statues are all like completely sealed, so they can like go outside. So I have a lot of like garden decor as well. And then anything else I create, like I also have these really cool dragon goblets, and they're all like food safe, microwave safe, dishwasher on the top rack.
Oh wow!
So he's a lot of fun. I only have one of him so far. He was a test subject. but I'm going to create more because I'll be going to the Renaissance Fair this summer. So
That's a goblet?
Yeah, you can drink out of it. Yeah.
Nice. So
here too.
how are these in the dishwasher, or how does that work with those?
Pretty good. I always recommend for people to hand wash them. It does prolong the life. The ones that I keep for myself, I have like an entire dinner set I've painted for myself. They go in the dishwasher because I don't have time for that. But they do fine. Honestly, I usually just try and keep them to the top rack, but they do pretty good.
Nice. So they are both hot and cold then, I assume, since they can go into the dishwasher.
Yes. So I also usually like the mugs and stuff like this. These ones are like really popular, little gnomes. I do them in all sorts of colors.
I really like the gnome.
They're always a hit. I always recommend these ones too for like coffee or tea, because then the handle, sometimes like any ceramic, the cup will get a little bit warm if it's in the microwave for like 2 minutes. But yeah, these are a lot of fun. I also am going to be bringing these with me. These are fun because these are everything's personalizable, but these ones people can do like a whole crest. You could do like write like Dungeon Master or Mother Dragon, something. You can be completely personalized to whatever people want to. And these ones are like really big. They hold like 30 ounces.
That is more than enough to make some people very happy.
That's enough need.
I super love that little gnome mug. Because mugs are sort of a thing with all of us here too on the show. Like Count Morbid has awesome mugs, and yes, but
by the way, question about the mug, because depending on your left-handed or right-handed, you are getting that nose right in your mouth, or right in your. You're getting that nose right in your chin.
Yeah, it's not too bad. That's true. I guess, yeah, if you hold it with your right hand, you would. But
if you hold it with your right hand, you can have a conversation with them.
Yeah,
that's true. They don't have lots of things.
You can avoid the whole debacle by using a straw like me.
That too. I always use straws too.
Well, I like straws because the lips of cups are sometimes different, and when they're plastic cups, a lot of times stuff goes everywhere. It's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. Plus, like that's always like where you touch when you're holding it too. So I'm like, I'll just use the straw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, so now what was I going to say? I was going to ask a question about these. Oh yes. So you were saying that you hand paint all of these, and so you can do them in like custom colors for people.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I love custom work. I actually just did a whole order for this girl. She makes these beautiful candles that they're all shaped like moons, and they're like these pillars. So I did a whole set of little dishes for her to sell with them to go underneath. So they're all completely hand painted, completely 100%. Everyone's one of a kind designs. Everything I do is one of a kind. I don't like to do the same thing twice, but yeah. So everything can be completely customized. I don't think I ever paint the same thing like exactly the same.
And then what does the customization process look like for the customer? So if somebody wanted something in either their colors or whatever it was, what would that look like?
Yeah. That's super easy. Usually people start by just liking a piece, kind of like a no mug, and saying, oh, I like that. I just wish it was another color. And then I just kind of ask them what colors were you for. And depending on like if it's a mug, usually they just want favorite colors or something, or like if it's something else going in the home, I always try and talk through like what colors, what room is it going in. But from there, I have hundreds of glazes and colors to pick from, so I can customize just about everything.
Is there a place in your store where you have all of those colors available for somebody to look at, or that you can point them to so they can see what the array of your glazes is
I
ours?
do not at the moment, which I should. That's a really good point. Currently, I have a submission for custom work, and then from there, usually I'll provide like plenty of examples for people to try and get a feel for what they're looking for. And also my Instagram is pretty colorful. Like these have been painted. I think I've done like probably like 30 or so of these. And so they've all been painted differently. So there's always stuff to look through so they can go, oh, I like that one.
Well, I was thinking here, I might pull up unless you have more things right there in your hand, I might pull up your Etsy store. Do you have more things? Oh gosh, all of those fairies behind you, you painted those too?
I did. So
I totally thought they were just like your own personal collection.
Oh no, these are all hand painted by me as well.
Wow.
Little seahorse fairy right there. Got this one. Oh, everything's like reversed over here.
Is that a little bottle with a cork in it? Did you do that too? I'm all like trying to get super close to my screen as if it brings me closer to you.
So I've got tons of like these little like bottles and jars. Lots of fun. These are some of my favorites too. You can see like all the different glazes I get to play with.
That's
all the different colors. I also have flasks as well. Very important.
Yep, especially if your name is Gunther. And so these are all sealed and waterproof then, because I have sometimes found that like the little things, they actually will leak through after a while. So I don't know what other people's processes are. So
yeah, they're completely glazed and fired in a kiln, so they get completely sealed in and everything. So they're completely food safe. They're all sealed in. I have mugs I've had for like 5+ years, and that have been through the dishwasher, microwave, and all that over and over, and I've never had a leak or anything.
I super want like all of the little. I want all the things. Like this is super cute. Okay, do you have some of these? Because I'm like looking in your Etsy store here off to the side while you're talking. Do you have some of these awesome flower petal teacups back there somewhere?
Heck yeah! It's right off screen. Let me grab it really quick.
Because Flora, you got to check these things out. These are
She's
awesome.
making a break for it. She's making a break for it.
Wait, get her back! Get her back!
No, this is one. I have yellow and a purple in stock right now, but they're really cute.
I want purple.
They come with a little saucer.
Oh, those are mine. Those are mine. Y'all can fight over the other stuff, but those are mine. Those are mine.
Those are adorable. That's perfect how it fits together.
Oh yeah.
Is your pottery bisque pour or hand thrown?
It's bisque pour.
What does that mean?
So it's a little bit different. So like hand thrown would mean it was like actually like built with hand on a wheel, or like hand built with clay. Bisque pour basically means that they make a mold of a piece, and then they're able to pour bisque in it, which is basically a clay. It just fires at a different temperature. And it gets poured in there, and then it has to dry out for a certain amount of hours. Then it gets fired once, and then that's what comes to me. So it's already been molded and fired once. So I get the shape, and then I do all of the painting, and then it gets glazed and fired again to make it completely food safe.
Gotcha. I had no idea. I'm learning so many things here today. Well, thank you, Rachel. That was a good question. Oh, all right. Show us some more of these. Can you even give us like what's the price range on those little cool little? I don't know what I like better, you guys. The flower ones or the gnome ones? Because I sort of like the gnome ones.
One of each? Is one of each an option?
Yes.
Absolutely. Actually, it was a great point that she brought that up, because that's what makes my pottery a little bit more affordable in a way. Because I obviously, I'll have stuff that's, big figures that are hand painted, so those will cost a little bit more. Like the fairies oftentimes are closer to like 30, 45. This big mermaid back here, she sits at 45 to 50. But then when it comes to
those
things
are good
like
prices.
This, what?
Yeah, those are good prices.
Oh, well, thank you. But yeah, then when it comes to things like this, or like where did it go? I had no mug. Well, the no mug. Yes. He goes for like 25 as well. Most of them sit around like the 25 to 30. I try and keep things, reasonable.
By the way,
So-
I
yes,
don't know
go
if
ahead.
it's something. I don't know if it's something you made, but I see a green dragon over your shoulder that's more serpentine. That's like a long sea serpentine kind of on the shelf
On
up
the
there.
shelf. Yeah, shelf.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is that one of yours? Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Ah.
A lot of the stuff I have hanging out he's a little dusty. He's my little work buddy. He's my work desk over here. But yeah, he's another little dragon. I've had him for like a year or two.
Oh, that's like a Chinese dragon kind of.
Yeah.
Dishonor on
They're
you.
much a
Dishonor
lush
on your
dragon.
family. Dishonor on your cow. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot of cool. I have a big thing for dragons. I think they're cool.
Do you have anything? Do you have anything toadstooly?
Yeah, we have this
that's a little
question out
popular
here.
amongst us.
Do you have any toadstool cups?
I do. Give me one second.
What?
Oh, quick, she's gone again.
Not quite toadstool, more just mushroom.
Oh.
One of my favorite things I've ever painted. I think they're so freaking cute.
Oh my goodness.
I thought they were maracas.
I mean, you just have to plug up the bottom, I guess. But
Or really big salt shakers.
Oh my.
I actually do have mushroom, salt, and pepper shakers too. They already sold those, so I don't have them here.
I just
yeah.
that's the size of salt shaker that I need, right? That's like, you know.
Right. Yeah, I have more too. I had a few other ones with glazes on them. I also have little mushroom bird feeders. Actually, they're really cute.
Do you have any of the fairy doors with you?
I do. Yes, I have one here. I have the pink one over there, right out of the. These are also one of my favorites. I think they're so whimsical.
Yes.
Yeah, you can kind of, okay, there's the light. You can kind of catch the gold. Yeah,
it's like metallic.
I also have windows too. Also, these little fairy houses are some of my favorites.
Does that one happen to open the door?
I wish it did. No, but it is nice that it's fully sealed, so you can stick it outside and not worry about the weather getting into it.
It's locked. They don't want guests. They don't want
getting
guests.
weatherized is one of the things that kind of gives them a little authenticity, you know, makes them
That's true.
feel real. I mean,
That's
not that
true.
it's not real. You're holding it in your hand. It's obviously very real.
We don't know. We could take it any moment. We wouldn't know.
Stop destroying the illusion for me, Lolly.
Maybe it does open and you just don't have the power to open and close
evil
it.
does not get along with your evil, Count Morbid, and I'm going to destroy the illusion.
There's a secret lock to open those doors.
That was a good point, though. Probably only the Fae can open it. I wouldn't know how.
So, I just seeing the fairy doors. I had this. It's just such a random aside, I guess, but I just saw the fairy doors and I was like, today I had this idea in my head that I should create a fairy door quest, you guys. That should be a thing. So, you know, I think I might be adding a new quest style to my list of quests for people to do.
Do it, Your Highness. Do it. It will be wondrous.
Yes.
It's a very, very tiny trick-or-treating.
So, earlier you mentioned that you used some inspiration from some sort of dragon deck. What is the weirdest thing you've gotten inspiration from in order to produce your artwork?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, because I wouldn't call that the strangest. I feel like that's kind of right in line with me.
Yeah, weirdest for you, not weirdest for anyone normal.
Yeah,
right? No, weirdest for you.
Yeah, no, weirdest for me would not be that. That's really hard. I don't know. I mean, I try and draw inspiration from like a lot of weird places. I mean, obviously like movies. Growing up, I was really into like Disney, like animation and stuff. So you can definitely pull a lot of color, and stuff like that.
I feel like I don't even know how to define what is weird. What is even meant by that word, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be like the overall, but I don't know what the weirdest would be.
It'd be the one that struck you as the one that's most unusual for you. That would be weirdest for you.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know how I would even answer that, because I guess that I like so many weird things that I don't think of them as weird. I think of them as cool, you know? Right. Like, I only call them weird because I think that's what other people would call them as weird.
Weird and cool are not opposites.
I know, but what I'm saying is they're not really weird to me. They're awesome. I only call them weird because I think other people would call them weird.
Yeah.
It's only something weird if everyone besides Lolly has heard of it.
Shut up.
I guess that's just the demographic, though, right? I mean, it's also the time of year where like Halloween comes, so I start shopping for home decor, and everyone else is shopping for a costume. You know,
I do the same thing.
I have no idea what that's
decor.
like.
Yeah. Everybody here is a Halloween person.
By the way,
and
I believe
Halloween,
Michael's and Joanne's have started carrying their Halloween for a reason.
Some of them started back in like June this year. It was great.
And so you're preaching to the crowd here.
Yeah. That is literally everybody here. Let's see. Yeah, see, exactly. Weird is in the eye of the other person.
That's true.
I mean, There's nothing weird about having a taxidermy blowfish on a stick, is there?
That's cool.
See, exactly my point. There was nothing weird about having a creepy baby with human teeth, right?
Taxidermy below.
It's like, well,
you got me for a moment on that one, only because it sounds haunted. Which interests me though. Like,
the best way to have a taxidermy blowfish on a stick is to make it look like a balloon.
That'd be cute. You just have a little string. Oh.
How would you even know it was a blowfish unless you know what blowfish look like super well? Or I mean, if it wasn't all puffed up, that's the whole point of having a taxidermy.
No, you can tell. You can tell if they're standing next to Hootie.
Standing next to Hootie.
Oh
man. No, that was bad, and you're fired. You should feel ashamed.
Wait, does this mean I'm eligible for prizes now?
I feel like a sucker fish for liking that.
If your name comes up ever on the Wheel Count Morbid, I'm gonna spin again just for posterity's sake.
Oh.
Look, he's all mad now. He's like, I'm not even gonna acknowledge that she said that.
No. I'm not mad now. I was already mad.
Madder. We're all mad here. All right, so you have an awesome giveaway for us tonight, and I am excited to see it because we're always yes, that is the coolest.
Oh, what a gorgeous green man! Wow.
Yeah, so he holds about 18 ounces, and he's all microwave safe, dishwasher on the top rack.
I love him. I think that is the coolest. But maybe that's because I like to be all pretentious with my mug on the show, right? Even though I can't enter my own drawings, I'm like,
what?
Whichever one of you guys wins this mug, now you can drink fancy like the rest of us.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Which like a cozy shape, too.
We need a magic power for this mug, and we need a magic word for this mug. And there are so many of you out there in the audience right now, so I want to see it.
Mug never be empty.
Suggest to me some magic powers and magic words for this mug, you guys. Does it have a name?
So he's known as like the Green Man or an Oak Elder.
He kind of looks like a red man.
You know, he does. Well, his leaves are green at least. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Earthy tones.
The magic power is that you stop being thirsty.
King. I like Oak Elder because he's brown.
Right? Yeah, I've got them in all kinds of colors, but I like him a lot.
Do you guys
tree face mug?
Yeah, basically.
Tree beard. What? Well, I mean, don't call tree beard a tree though, because the Ents get mad if you do that.
That's true.
But like a lot.
Okay, so I see one suggestion for Oak Elder. We have a little vote for Oak Elder. I assume that's what that's for. Let's see. The cup that never empties for a power. Chicago's a boring magic word.
It's a boring place.
This is most of the Midwest.
Yeah.
Forest protector. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any opinions out there? Justinian, Dana, Flora, do you have any words? Did you bring any with you? You brought 3 with you, and you used them right at the beginning of the show.
I think Poppy was suggesting lyrics from the musical Chicago, like he had it coming.
I don't know the lyrics. I've never seen Chicago.
Yes, I know it's weird to you.
Yep. What? I didn't say this was weird. I just said I'd never seen it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Tree face.
I don't know. He looks like a great guardian to me. He also, he's the element of the Green Man is always protection.
That's true.
So if you drink from the cup, you should be protected. Say like from poison. A thought.
So what is the phrase? The poison in the cup with the something on it, and not in the other one with the other symbol on it.
The other one has the brew, which is true.
Yes.
The flagon from the dragon with the flagon has the pellet with the poison, but the
vessel with the pestle is the brew, which is
Yes, blue. Yes.
But they broke the vessel.
I knew you guys would know.
Right now, I'm so
By the way,
confused.
I would
It's
like
okay.
to point out how incredibly hot Angela Lansbury is in the movie they're referencing.
Oh my goodness, yes.
No joke.
Design.
No joke.
It's true. She is.
Angela Lansbury is an absolute smoke show in this movie.
The movie's the court jester, for the record.
I don't
Danny
even
Kaye.
know what's being talked about right now. I'm so lost. If
Same
you're
here, it's
following
okay.
along with the drink when Lolly's confused game, now you can all take a drink.
So down
It's
it.
a movie.
Right,
Called the
Okay,
court
now you have
jester.
to explain
The
what
flagon
movies
with
are.
the dragon broke. We have the chalice from the palace, so maybe it's a chalice from the palace, which still would put in the pellet with the poison.
Right. The chalice with the palace is the bowl with the poison. The vessel with the pestle is the brew, which is
The
true.
brew that is true, but then they broke the vessel with the pestle. So then the
I'm
fire.
confused. Whatever it is, it involves drinking, and I really want to know.
This is
Like, I
basically
want
the
to-
medieval version of who's on first, what's on second. I don't know.
Crown. Crown is like annoying me tonight. No more of that.
All right. So
My flowers. Okay.
it's a mug with a mug on it. It's a mug.
Mug.
That's true.
Mug.
It's a
Mug
mug
shot.
of
I
mug.
kind of liked mug.
Yeah.
Magic
That's
word.
why we're doing that.
I was
Mugger?
about to go over some of the suggestions, and then you said mug, and I was it's a mean mugging mug. And then I was just like, the mug needs to be the word. It's a okay. I don't even know what happened for like the last 5 minutes of the show. Like Mr. Muggs makes me think of like mean Mr. Mustard, but mean Mr. Muggs.
Oh, a muggle.
Muggle.
Yes.
The Muggle mug.
McMug face. Muggy McMug face.
I don't like it.
Okay, wait. I know this one. Flibberty Gibbet. Will-o'-the-wisp. That's from The Sound of Music.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I am.
I know at least one musical.
You have to quote Steve Rogers.
Know that musical.
You'll be like, you have to do Steve Rogers. You'll be like, I know, I got that reference.
I understand that reference.
I did get that reference. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so muggle. Like, because if it's
Muggy
being
McMug
held,
face.
if it's being held by a human, then it's a muggle mug. It's a mug with a mug being held by a muggle.
A Muggenstein?
I'm getting a headache.
Muggenstein.
Eat my Muggenstein.
Oh boy. If I could get serenaded by Count Morbid any day of the week, my day is good right there. That
I
was
am
lovely.
not a problem. Thank you very much, Poppy. I appreciate that you know The Sound of Music, but I am not a problem. No.
You're the problem, princess problem.
No. Okay, I'm going with Mug because it's hilarious and
I
makes
like
me
Mug.
laugh. Does that meet with your approval?
Oh, heck yeah.
Okay. I mean, ultimately, you're the vendor, so if you have a favorite of all of the things, we'll go with what you want. So
I like Mug. I think it's funny.
that is what it will be. Like, what is this? It's the Magula Oblongata.
Mugula. We could go into that song.
Oh,
Yes.
like dig through the ditches and burn through the witches a slam my drink from my Mugula.
I mean, that was good. That was good. I liked it.
I don't know if I like Mugula better or not. So I had this.
Breathing.
So I had this idea for our magic power. What if when you drink out of one side of it, it poisons you, and if you drink out of the other side of it, it cures you?
Oh, I like that.
So wait, you designed a mug specifically designed to kill left-handed people?
Yes. I didn't say which side. And by the way, it's round. So what if the two sides you have to drink out of are the top and the bottom? How are you going to drink out of the bottom?
You switch the days of the week, so Tuesdays are the only days you know you can't get poisoned.
I assure you it's possible.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Does that mean you have to go to Australia to cure yourself? So you can drink from the bottom?
I guess.
From the land down under.
Does it mean that you have to turn it over?
Underground.
I don't even know what's happening right now. All right. Mug it is the magic word for you guys. This is how it works. At the end of the show, not in the chat right now, but at the end of the show, after we're all done, in the comments, put the word mug, like all one word, mug. Word mug, and you will be entered to win this mug next week. Everything. Look, I'm falling apart. You guys, it's it's terrible. Anyway, okay, here we go. I'm fixing myself. I'm falling apart.
Couple has my new favorite joke.
What's your new favorite joke?
Well, then that means it will cure hiccups.
Oh my gosh. I actually like that. I think that should be the magic power. If you drink out of one side of it, it gives you hiccups. And if you drink out of the other side of it, it takes away your hiccups. That's what I think. That's what I think it should be. Yep, I like that. Good job, couple. That's a good one. Wait, okay. I am just a disembodied voice on the screen right now. No,
Sorry, everyone. There's a problem with Fairy Princess Lolly's face right now.
Weird.
Wow. I can't believe it. Man, why do I even call you friend? I mean, I don't very often.
He's so spicy. He's so spicy. He's not bad. He's just spicy. That's what this is.
It's all the Bloody Mary mix.
I have no Bloody Mary mix, but if I did, it would go into mug.
It's very horseradish.
All right.
Wow.
Yes. So the other two ways that you guys can get entries are to join the channel here by hitting the join button on YouTube, or to go over to our Patreon, or actually, because you can do both, go over to the Patreon and join at any level. They both will get you additional entries into the darkness. The darkness. It got me. Yes. Is there anything that you would like to say to us tonight, Marika, before we let you go?
I don't think so. I had a great time being here. If you're looking to find me at all, you can find me on Instagram at Marika Johanna LLC. That's with 2 N's. Or you can also shop my pottery if you saw anything you liked, or just drop by and say hi at shopmarikajohanna.com.
Where do you
I was so happy to be here, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Where do you put the 2 N's in LLC?
Johanna. I should have clarified.
I had literally the same thought. Thank you.
Wait, what?
There
are no N's in LLC. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Because I said LLC but with 2 N's, but I meant Johanna. But it's just.
I'm so good.
This is like 10 p.m. here. I'm not awake.
This is not fair. Tonight is not fair. I don't even know right now.
You keep
All right, you
saying
guys.
that. I don't know what your basis for comparison is.
Hey, that's my line. I mean, somebody else's line, I know.
No, I am. Apparently, I'm just not getting a lot of things tonight. All right. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight, Marika. And everybody, please go check her out on her Etsy shop and her Instagram. You know what to do. Go there, give the likes and the follows, show the support to our vendors, etc., etc. What is this? Why is there a 0? What does that mean? What's going on right now? I'm confused about the 0 out there in the comments. Okay. And with that
Maybe
said,
someone is pre-voting.
Marika pre-voting. Good night, Marika.
Good night. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Thank you for being here. Bye. Okay. Is that what's happening? A pre-vote out there? Because it's like news time that's coming right now, right?
But seriously, Angela Lansbury was a smoke show.
Oh my goodness.
But what
She is in that movie.
What movie?
The Court Jester.
The Court Jester.
I've
She was
never
also in Samson and Delilah, if I recall. She
yes,
was in
she
a lot
was,
of
and
the
she
golden
was-
age of Hollywood movies.
Oh no.
I shared a clip that they're referring to so that you could go see what we're talking about.
By the way, the sad thing is The Court Jester is a movie that you would like and annoy the rest of us with.
Yes.
You mean because I would memorize it?
I
Yes.
Talk about it for days. I would be like, we would be doing this for days. It'd be great. Everybody else would hate it, but you and me would be on forever.
I mean, it's got
great.
Basil Rathbone is the bad guy, for Pete's sake.
I've actually promised Herb and Allison that I would show that movie to you.
Oh,
when was
it was
that?
in
I
the
mean, that had to have been
water.
over a year ago, since we haven't seen them in all of 2019.
It's been a while since I made that promise, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But yes, it is definitely a movie you would like.
I've never seen it either, so I'm thinking movie night.
That could be fun. I wonder if it's possible to do like a joint movie night where we watch the thing online and everybody can watch it together.
There are streaming services that do viewing parties like that. Yes.
I won't sing along. I won't quote the words. I will be so
wait,
good.
it's a musical?
Yes, maybe a little bit, possibly. There's music.
Is it a musical or is it more like that show? What's it called? Valiant, or the one with the guy who's the knight who is.
Wait. The thing you're talking about, a musical. So are you saying, is it like a musical or is it like a musical? Is what you're asking.
It's not like a musical because it came in episodes and it was,
Glee?
It was still a musical. It was a TV show. It was a TV show musical. It's still a musical on account of the singing. If you're asking if it's a movie, yes, it's a movie. They're both musicals because they're musicals.
Brought up a whole can of worms there.
Not the whole can, just part of it.
Your Highness, in healthy respect to the conversation, it is a musical of the older generation of classics musicals, but you love it because it is fun, and it is very medieval, and it is very larger than life, beautiful costumes, great songs, great dancing, and hilarious. You love
Gallivant,
it.
that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes, Gallivant is a musical.
It is not a musical.
It is a musical.
No, it isn't. It's a TV show with singing in it.
It's a TV musical. It is a musical.
No, a musical is a single show. I do not accept that Gallivant is a musical. That's like saying
why not?
Because it's like in episodes. It's like a
no.
with singing.
Episode or not episode in the definition of what a musical is.
Okay, here we go. We're just gonna look it up. What is a musical?
Oh, this is the best debate
So that would
ever.
imply that Gallivant was many musicals, because each episode therefore would be called a musical. So there's lots of musicals.
Yes,
Let's see.
I can go. I totally am. Yes, there was like how many episodes, which means it was how many musicals long?
And hot dogs are tacos, and cereal is soup.
Gallivant is an American musical fantasy comedy television series.
Okay, no. This says a play or a movie in which singing and dancing play an essential part. Musicals developed
You mean
from
like it does
light
in Gallivant?
opera in the early 20th century. A distinct genre of film musicals refers to movies that include singing and or dancing as an important element, not TV shows. Nowhere in there does it say like episodic
if you look
TV
at
shows.
descriptions for Gallivant, it's a musical. It is a musical.
Because if you go by the definition of something being musical, that it is of or relating to music, having a pleasant or melodious and tuneful sound.
They break into
then
song
yes,
and dance.
but that is not what we are talking about.
No, Gallivant is a musical. It is a musical.
It just is.
No, I don't know. I'm a serial musical.
But any rate,
That sounds like a commercial, right? Like the no, it's out to tempt your tummy, yummy, yummy.
Don't
yummy.
ever do that again. No.
Keep going.
No.
Keep going. I was enjoying that. This is great.
Oh, Lord.
Mm.
The Fae are alive with the argument of musicals.
Oh my goodness, it's spooking.
At any rate, the court jester happens to star one of the biggest musical stars from the golden age of movies, Danny Kaye. Like, he's in everything. Like,
I don't even know who that is.
Danny
Do we have any
Kaye,
articles about musicals?
he is a lyricist, a
He's in
dancer,
White
a
Christmas?
singer,
yes.
a limericks.
I mean, I know a couple limericks, but I'm not sure that they're appropriate for this show.
I'm sure he did too, but
Are there
thankfully
any
he never
limericks?
shared.
Like, I maybe we should just ask the audience: is Gallivant a musical or not a musical? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Ion, get that timer out. There you go.
I've actually never seen Gallivant.
Vote. Go now.
Vote.
I can't put an opinion.
Is one that it is a musical, or is one it's not a musical?
1 is yes, it is a musical, and 2 is no, it is not a musical. Man, everybody's saying that 1. Everybody's saying 1, except Rose. Thanks, Rose. At least you're like, I never have seen it.
So is like Beauty and the Beast a musical?
Yes.
Any Disney movie that
Oh, no.
I mean, there goes the paper with his baker with his tray, like always. The paper. Like, I said that, and then suddenly in my head, I had like a little visual image of like the bill that goes and like on the steps of Congress and does the little bill thing. And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm suddenly in the wrong. This is wrong. Let's see. Gallivant's a show where they burst into song and dance, and it advances the plot and characterization. Yes, but it is not a play, and it is not a movie.
So what makes
your
something a
definition
movie?
is outdated.
The one I read on the Googles.
Oh yes, yeah.
So what makes something a movie?
Yeah.
What?
What makes something a movie?
I would say film is what makes something a movie.
So is The Stand a movie?
There haven't been movies made in 10 years.
So if they made a sequel to the movie, then it's no longer musical, I guess. Yeah.
But what if it's a made-for-TV movie?
But most movies
Or
introduced
involve
today involve no film whatsoever.
Right, but they have video.
There are
video is not the
YouTube
same as-
musicals.
So, for example, a movie, the reason that a theater isn't a movie is because it's not recorded. You can't go back on take number 357. You do it all live in person in front of an audience, right? Like,
Sure.
so a thing that makes a movie a movie is that it's recorded.
Musicals can be movies and plays, yes.
What? No, Ion was
I
like.
thought it was determined by whether it was filmed in scope or flat.
This time I'm not confused.
So far, your definition of a movie has not excluded TV shows.
Was it supposed to?
So if we rent a theater,
TV
if we
shows
rent a
also-
theater and we air a 2-hour block of Gallivant, then it's a musical.
If you
Then
rent a
it's
theater
torture.
and you air a 2-hour block of Gallivant, you could probably tell me that it's a movie, and I wouldn't know until I had learned otherwise.
If we rented out a theater to show Gallivant, that would violate the Geneva Convention. And that's the real problem with that. Because it's not good.
I am, but that's because if you don't pay attention to definitions and the meanings of words, words are meaningless. So, I mean, that's the whole reason we have words.
Yeah, all words are made up. Definitions evolve. Like, they didn't used to have TV musicals, but it's still a musical.
And now it has meaning because it's been defined as such. That doesn't mean it's a classic musical. It means it's a TV musical.
Yes, and classic musicals can get forced into our faces too, like Camelot or Paint Your Wagon.
There's no winning.
Or Music Man. How many times?
Oh dear God.
Oh, yep.
The Wells Fargo wagon is a coming.
Oh.
I do not get this. How did Wells Fargo get into this? I don't even understand.
It's a song in the Music Man.
Music Man.
It is. It is a song in the Music Man.
Pool starts with P, where it rhymes with tree that stands for trouble. Trouble's
And
coming to
that's
River City.
Right here in River City?
That's the lyric. Pool starts with P, which rhymes with tree, which leads
No, what rhymes
trouble?
with T, which stands for trouble.
Oh, which rhymes with T, which stands for trouble, and trouble's come into our city.
River City.
River City.
I feel like that's not anywhere near as good as like Rodgers and Hammerstein lyrics or Alan Menken and Howard Ashman. Like,
oops,
we're not still a musical.
I wasn't arguing whether or not it was a musical. I'm just saying that's a terrible line. Oh my gosh. It's like somebody couldn't figure out what to put right there when they were writing down the words for that musical, and they were like, P, T, trouble.
Yeah, this is where the definition of classical changes to ancient.
It also depends on whether or not you know the context of the musical, because on account of it's telling the story and the character. Basically, I don't think you can judge the writing based on our half-remembered asses.
You underestimate my powers to judge things.
Well, you want to see Clint Eastwood sing, do Paint Your Wagon.
I'll stick to Henry
Don't bring up the
Mancini.
Clint Eastwood musical.
And that's just for me.
What?
Henry Mancini. Now that
I don't. I
those
don't
are
like it.
lyrics. Oh, those were lyrics. That was music. Henry Mancini. Oh.
I mean, we're not even going into hair, right?
Where the hell
We're gonna
are
have
the
Grease
singing
Lightning
cats?
in a second.
So that's a good point. So if you record a performance of a musical theater, right, a play, and then project it to TVs in episodes, it's no longer a musical.
Hamilton. Hamilton, right?
That is a history book put to music is what that is. Just ask your kid. That's how she passed it.
That's the only reason why I even have a clue what it was is that I've seen videos made of the theater production of it and groaned in pain ever since.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a musical production of Dracula? That's disturbing.
I have. I mean, what?
By the way, this is basically every road trip that we take. I just thought I would say that. Like every single one of them, this is it.
I'm just usually singing there's a Flogging Molly song I usually sing. It goes, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm going.
See, we got here because we followed the train from Danny Kaye, the king of musicals from the 40s and 50s, to.
Hey, did we have
so is the Monkeys a musical television show? What?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the Monkeys was a musical. Yes.
No, it wasn't. Like, hey,
articles, please, for the love of everything.
No,
articles.
because you posted most of the articles, so no.
You made Flora.
You've already read them all.
Or I'm gonna go get a snack and come back.
And we'll still be arguing about this, or they'll be back on cookies.
We all live in a yellow
Practically 30
submarine.
words. Wow.
If I hit
Yellow
50, how are we
submarine.
celebrating?
I will
shall
drink.
drink my tea. And
We're
Gunther's
allowed to
gonna drink
pound
his.
the bell.
I meant that in the most innocent way.
No, you didn't. Like,
We have hammers.
You know
Yeah.
what? The fact that you feel like you needed to clarify it means that you didn't, right? That's, your cards are showing.
Yeah. If I suddenly out of nowhere say, I respect Lolly's opinion and understand where she's coming from on her viewpoints, the fact that I said that.
I am now hysterical and wet. Thank you.
Did you say hysterical and wet?
Well, if I was just hysterical, no one would believe me.
This is not.
Did we have any articles?
Not FAE News After Dark.
I don't even know what time it is.
It's 8:48.
It's not even dark.
It is technically after dark, but that is not the point.
All right.
I don't think I've had enough to drink for this.
I'm entirely too sober for this.
So this is just
Exactly.
we're gonna have an animal battle here. Let's see. Article number 1 is Russian man sentenced to prison for tormenting his neighbors with horse noises. Okay, Wilbur.
Can I vote nay already?
I
In
quit
Soviet,
No.
in Soviet
No,
Russia,
no,
in Soviet
No.
Russia, horse rights.
never
you.
again. Oh my God. Oh, I cannot do it anymore.
You know what? I think that Ion's playing full over there.
You are no help, madam.
I think Gunther destroyed his cave. You have your name on a poster so you don't forget?
No, it's Eddie Ash and you know, Adam made that for me like 2 years ago or something.
It is so he wouldn't forget.
No, that's why it's in my underwear, which is kind of disturbing because it's also etched in your underwear, sir.
I have to go somewhere to get it to look.
It is very reflective.
Was once not enough for you, sir.
Uh-oh. You got
Some things
it.
are too moist.
I did get Mary all over me, by the way, earlier. I think
I'm
towards
not-
the end of the vendor, I got
Oh my
Mary.
God! Don't give color to your clothes.
I'm
Oh, how
not-
horrid!
I'm not sure.
I
which
assure
one
you,
would
I know how to get
people
red
drunker
stains out of my
faster.
clothing.
There's some tons around this place. Let's see. Okay. Yes, Ion, please get the timer up. If you would like to hear about the drunk Russian man, I mean, not the Russian man who tormented his neighbor with horse noises, press number 1. And if you want to hear about a family that finds their missing turtle in the storage room after 30 years, press number 2. Yes, Ion, timer, please. Yes. Yes.
Oh, and there's Grandma.
Yeah. I actually have a weirdly related story when I was I don't know how old I was. I guess I must have been, I was just a youngling, and my brother had a lizard, a pet lizard, maybe an iguana of some sort. I don't really remember what kind of lizard it was, but one day it was just not there. And we didn't know what happened to it. And until about 2 weeks later. Now, he was in the first floor of the house, and I was in the second floor of the house. And so, and like, kind of, anyway. And 2 weeks later, we found the lizard, or rather, my cat found the lizard when she went into the closet. I was just doing whatever I was doing probably some of that boring academia fairy homework. And my cat was suddenly sitting in the door of my closet going and hissing. I didn't know what she was hissing at. So I got up and I went over there, and pretty soon I could hear like this like scratching around in the closet, and I was like, oh my gosh, something is in there, and I didn't know what it was. So I slowly started moving shoes and things, and then
Slowly I turned.
Yes, slowly. And then there was the lizard in like the back of the closet under my shoes, and it was just there, and I was like, ah, because it was like this big, and I guess maybe it had been there eating the cat food the whole time. I don't know, but it was there for like 2 weeks. I don't know, from the downstairs. We don't even know how it got there. So yes, wait, no, there ain't no moral to this story at all, but there's kind of moral. Oh wait, okay, our timer is done and everybody voted. So, oh my gosh, there's a long list of votes. Okay, here we go. One. Okay.
Justinian, were you keeping track again?
Dana, you hold up your fingers every time I say one, and Justinian, you hold up a finger every time I say two, okay? That way we can count. Okay, 1 for 1, 1 for 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2.
I ran out of fingers.
Okay, what do we have? Dana, you have 8?
Yes.
And what do you have, Justinian?
I eat a lot.
5.
5. Okay, so Dana, you were 1, so we have 8 for 1 and 5 for 2. Russian man sentenced to prison for Yep. Sorry, Ion. The eyes have it, not the nays. All right. I know, it's terrible. Bad. Let's see.
I'm glad.
Russian man is sort of like Florida man, but with more vodka in prison time.
The Soviet Russia. Russian man.
Horse knees you.
Yeah, it's Florida man, except the temperature never rises above freezing.
Basically. A Russian man sentenced to prison for tormenting neighbors with horse noises. You have to commend these neighbors for putting up with this guy for as long as they did. We've all had our fair share of lousy neighbors. Maybe they don't mow their lawn. They might be overtly friendly when you just want to live in peace. That's basically how Morgan feels about all of his.
No one is overtly friendly in Russia.
Or they could just be playing noisy. But most of us are lucky in that our neighbors don't torture us with obnoxious behavior to the point that they get sent to jail. Some folks in Russia, unfortunately, had to resort to help from the justice system to tame a belligerent neighbor. A Russian court served Yuri Kondratyev, 46, a 3.5-year prison sentence for disturbing his neighbors. That might seem harsh on first glance, but this Nizhny Novgorod man, is that where he's from? Wasn't your usual loud next-door inhabitant. For nearly 2 years, Kondratyev had been practically torturing his neighbors with his behavior. He started out with playing loud music late into the night, but as time went on, his antics got increasingly outlandish. By the end of his reign of terror, Kondratyev would make or play sounds of horses every 2 hours through the night. He would keep his neighbors from getting a wink of sleep for days. Why do I feel like while I'm reading, you guys are doing something in the background?
I'm just saying it's not me this time.
Let's see. Finally, the neighbors can sleep soundly. Let's see. So there is kind of a tragic reason behind Kondratyev's bizarre behavior, though. According to his neighbors, Kondratyev had been living with his wife, who left him in 2018. Imagine it. Getting dumped clearly wasn't good for his mental state. Soon after, he started his nightly noise making. Initially, he would blare classical music from his stereo system into the wee hours of the morning.
Holy crap, it's Count Morbid?
Gradually, his taste in music got more aggressive, and he switched to listening to the German industrial metal band Rammstein.
This is also Count Morbid.
By the way, I'm going to go way out on a limb here because you were talking. Something was like, oh, he started being really annoying after his wife left. I have a theory for why his wife left. I have a theory that perhaps he was annoying before and he only annoyed her.
Because now it had to be shared with everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess she left for a reason.
Let's see. I think this is funny. They're like, okay. So anyway, it makes me wonder if the classical music that he was listening to was like Wagner, you know? I mean, but it's funny that they're like,
well, they already said classical music when they said Rammstein.
Let's see.
It's classic rock, not classical music.
It doesn't say classic rock. It says classical music.
That's
His neighbor
9.
Man, she knows the lyrics.
Yeah, the lyric. Let's see. His neighbors might have felt sorry for him at first, but their sympathy soon ran out. What?
He was just saying.
Du hast.
Du hast mich.
Du hast mich
Du hast mich
Yeah.
I mean, Justinian's getting down.
The rabbit can rock. Okay, first, they tried telling him to turn his music down at night. That, of course, didn't affect the man's behavior at all. If anything, it just seemed to aggravate him and make him even louder. He did eventually stop playing music. It wasn't much of a relief, though.
Do you feel like you're reading about Uber off again?
Neighing. I listen to music and horse sounds in my apartment. I also knock on the walls all night. I'll keep doing so, and I don't care if someone doesn't like it. He reportedly wrote in a note to his neighbors. I just don't get it, though. Like, at one point, the neighbors suggested that perhaps he was a bit off his rocker and he should see a therapist. Boy, did that work out like they intended. Kondratyev reportedly did go see a doctor and... I'm gonna have the court poison or poison somebody here. That's what's gonna happen. Let's see. Then he went to the doctor. They declared him perfectly sane, and then he turned the volume up a notch or two. That's gonna look bad in court. I'm just saying. It is understandable that the neighbors fairly soon reached a point where they were getting the cops involved as their only option. So they called the police, and they did it again, and again. The neighbors say that in total they made more than 80 complaints about Kondratyev to the police. They didn't seem to have any effect, though, since most of the time the cops let him off with a slap on the wrist. Over the period Kondratyev terrorized his neighbors, he received only 3 citations, starting in 2019. A court also fined him 5,000 rubles, which is about $67, which he promptly neglected to pay. How do you promptly neglect something? I mean, isn't the process of neglecting a thing meaning that, like, you've gone beyond the due date? So, like, you're purposefully avoiding. You can't be prompt and neglectful.
You can. If somebody says you owe this money and somebody else instantly says, well, you're never going to see it, that counts as promptly not paying.
But until the time that the money, and by the way, if you tell somebody that they're not going to get it, are you really neglecting at that point? Because neglecting implies that you're just ignoring it entirely. Like, you wouldn't even tell them that they're not going to get it, right?
You almost have a point there, but Are you doing?
We got lost in Albuquerque.
I'm doing that nitpicky on words again.
Yeah,
perhaps it means that he has
the intention is
continued
still stated,
to not
never
pay
gonna
it.
get it.
So let's see. According to local media, this is the first time in Russia that a person has been charged with a crime due to mental suffering inflicted on neighbors. And we suppose it's also now the first time someone has been sent to jail for that. Well, there you go. I guess that's basically the end of it. He went to jail and now they can sleep.
What? Yay, nap time!
Yay, Rammstein. Wait, what? No.
I got booze.
Would you like some more? Boo! Boo!
So this has stuff in it that will apparently turn my clothes blue, according to Illyria.
Yo, listen up.
You know, you asked me to talk about this last weekend, and I start talking about it, and you're like,
so you're turning into a Smurf?
You having blue clothes was a part of this last weekend.
Yes, it was.
Illyria giving you a bottle filled with something to make your clothes blue was a part of this last weekend.
Yes.
By all means, elaborate. I'm sure everybody, including Illyria, will be interested.
So it was Gunther's birthday.
Yes.
And Gunther went out west for his birthday.
Actually, east.
Have you ever been to Eastern Washington? It's
west,
the furthest west.
Yes, I had to go. I had to go all the way west around the world to get there.
It's the furthest in the wild, wild west you can go before you hit Hipsterville. However, there's lots of horses out there and guys with big belt buckles. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't recall seeing people with horses and belt buckles out there.
Oh no, you weren't paying attention again, were you?
I assure you that exists in white salmon and the gals as well.
Anyway, so we get out there, and apparently Illyria has a book that you would get that was bestowed upon her from a quest. In this book, there was information about things that we had a quest with, and what have you. There was also an internet imp hiding in my land dragon. I know it makes no sense to anybody, does it? Kind of. So anyway, I find out there's an internet imp in my land dragon because of a note handed to me by the Kitsune feller, with the shiny Kitsune feller.
It figures that the troll would have the internet imp.
Yeah, Phoenix was there. Yeah, he hands me that thing. And so we go off and we look for this. I look and get this internet imp, and there's a scroll. And inside the scroll is information on how to do something called the form of fire. Apparently, I have been given top secret information on how to burn down a castle. Also, there was a broken.
Spoiler: it involves fire.
Right. But at the same time, there was also a broken wand in there that we had to fix in the process to do a thing with it. And apparently, the thing that we had to do with it was to help open this one little waxed over, like super polygrip wax that doesn't melt. A letter that was in the stuff that Illyria had. And we found out about a city in the south because of it. However, we did have to put together a wand and rebuild it and make it bigger, stronger.
But the knocker did that.
It wasn't just the knocker. The
So
knocker
you
did some
said
of
you
it.
had the technology?
I actually had the technology in my truck to do. The jewels and
Was there
whatnot
more than one knocker?
No, there was just one.
What is that?
It's always better with a pair of
Hooray for Albin doing stuff.
He's the one that taught us how to do it. He sat there and went through the blueprints and explained it all out. And I went through my bag of stuff that I have tools and all that. and I helped put together the handle and the modulator, and then like Illyria and Phoenix helped put together the tip, and I put some wiring on it, like the Nocta said. Just the tip. That's her new name, by the way. Illyria, just the tip, Greenleaf.
I don't know if she's gonna appreciate that.
It only takes 1 or 2 pieces of leaf, huh?
So where is this wand now?
The knocker has it.
The knocker has it. Okay.
He's gonna make sure that it's there for safekeeping, and any upgrades that are needed for it, he will perform. He says. But we got to work, like everybody got around to the circle, and we did the form of fire, and I shook him my tuchus. I shook him my tuchus. Oh no.
I'm just gonna let that sit there for a second, and
that's creeping.
Oh no, that did not just happen.
If you want to get fancy with your calling of the fire thing, you can do this.
Yeah, I shooka.
Shooka.
Yeah, I can do it. I can bust him every once in a while.
Yeah, I just expected, like,
shake your laffy taffy.
The hands, the
jazz hands. So that was actually funny. Phoenix did that.
I know, right?
he added the jazz hands on his own. Every time we did it, though, all I could I don't know. It was just like I was fighting the urge not to shake my duff, so I had to shake my duff at that point.
Yes, okay. Just someone happened to spy on it.
I mean, yeah, Fairy Princess Dolly has spies everywhere.
Didn't know anything about that.
What? Do I know anything about that? No, I don't know anything. I'm always the confused one.
I said I wouldn't know anything about it. Having been a person taking magic mirrors everywhere.
Yeah, she's been Fairy Princess Dolly's spy before.
Is this actually a lyric from something? Shuka with my sugar, and ended up in trouble.
You know what? That sounds like a dance you do with your sugar glider.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I never knew that shuka was a sugar, trouble, trouble, double, bubble, trouble, like toil and
cauldron burning,
trouble, toil and bubble.
Fire burning,
double, toil and trouble.
Fire burning, cauldron
bubbles.
Yes. Okay. So here we go.
More words. It was magical.
There was apparently a dragon. No, he wasn't a dragon. A knock. Well, no, he wasn't. Wait, was he a red cap? The guy who I cracked the head open of the other of Carl for?
What?
I had to crack somebody's head open to get the memories out.
There's a dog.
Doggy.
What?
It wasn't the dog that I cracked the head open of. I like doggies. That dog has gotten so big. It's almost as big as Count Morbid now.
Same size. What are you talking about? Big since when? Years ago?
She was full grown when we got her, man.
Then you've shrunk.
Oh,
that is far more likely.
That's some human that snuck in.
There was a human that snuck. No, he was not a human that snuck in.
no, Count Morbid.
I understand if you thought he was a human that snuck in. I thought he was a human that snuck in.
Normie with a weird kink.
You need to embiggen?
Red cap tendencies. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'm bigging your dog. It's funny how your dog matches your bed sheets.
I wasn't thinking
that. Your dog
she's not my dog.
Outfit.
Oh.
Well, it seems to be eating your food well enough as if it were your dog.
I assure you, all kinds of people eat my food who I do not own.
I personally have never eaten your food, so I'm not one of those people.
Definitely do not own Justinian. Here we go. Article number 1 from Count Morbid. Trout can become addicted to meth. And here's why that's so scary.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Versus article number 2 from Flora with a musical vibe to it. In Denmark, grazing is alive with the sound of music. With moos they have mooed for 1,000 years.
No.
So if you want to hear about meth trout, press number 1. And if you want to hear about musical moo cows, press number 2.
It's not being musical if you put them on TV, though.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Here, Gunther. The red cap was the fellow with the beard and the mask.
Yeah. That's what I said.
But the vessel is the vessel. The vessel is the vessel with the vessel that is true.
The nuclear vessels?
Yes,
No.
nuclear vessels.
I don't know.
Vessel
I'm kind of
with
curious.
the pestle. Vessel with the pestle. It's not a vessel with a vessel. It's not a vessel within a vessel. It's a vessel that has a pestle.
It's not an eviscerated. It's not an.
And that is the
eviscerated
brood
vessel?
that is true.
Yes, thank you.
So
Less
if
confusing
you're-
than the pellet with the poison.
Poison in the pellet.
Right,
Pellet
that
of
was in the
poison.
vessel with the pestle.
Yes.
Which started out in the
opposed
flagon
to-
with the dragon,
Right,
Yeah,
but then
well-
they drove.
but had to be
drove
replaced with
flagon
the chalice from
dragon.
the palace.
That's
So
right.
the poison was in the pellet that was eaten by the pullet.
No, the
it
poison was in the pestle
No,
that went
now
into
all
the
you're just
pellet.
talking nonsense.
Yeah, it wasn't nonsense before. I mean, it was perfectly sense. See, how can we say if what's the opposite of nonsense? Sense, right? So it was yes, sense.
Basically,
You're right the first
don't
time.
drink
You
out of
talked
this
yourself out
cup.
of being right.
Drink out of that
Makes
cup.
sense.
Nuclear pestles.
And then you have
oh wait, is our
overwhelmed,
timer done
underwhelmed,
already?
The timer's done.
Whelmed.
Oh gosh. Okay, here we go. All right, are you ready, Famous Dana? You're the ones again, and Justinian, you're the twos. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Done. What's our total? 4 and 4.
4.
All right. What do you vote for, Justinian?
Both. Both is good. Yeah, both.
No, you can't do both. What do you vote for, Famous Dana?
I don't know.
Oh, number 2.
Okay, number
Number 6,
2.
Dana.
Okay.
Hey, Dana, I'll make it easy for you. I submitted one and Florida submitted one. So just vote
Number
for who you
2.
like more.
No,
Thank
okay,
you.
so 2 more for 2. Hold up 2 more for 2, Justinian.
Oh, bye.
I want to win. Vote 2.
Wow, she said so many more words. Can we say 2 minutes to get her
Ion,
to
what do
say
you
2
vote
more
for?
words?
1 or 2?
Ion.
Ion, you're on mute.
Which one did Flora vote
Ion.
2.
for? You voted for 2? Why'd you want 2?
She submitted 2.
Yes.
She submitted like 16.
I want to win.
Voting for
Vote
2.
2. I will.
This has turned into a popularity contest.
All right, Gunther, what are you voting for?
What did Ion vote for?
2.
Does it matter what I vote then?
Only if you want Flora to like you.
I'll never speak to you again.
Oh
No,
my
you don't
goodness,
speak
we're
much as it
at
is.
50.
I just want to point out the one time
What
I
are
thought
you
Lolly was
threatening me
really
with,
funny.
Flora?
I just want to point out the one time I thought Lolly was really funny. But
That's it. Never in the past did he think I was funny. It only happened just now. It's taken him a long, like 20 years of knowing me or something.
I mean, that's
don't-
legit. You're an acquired taste. He acquired it after 20 years. It happens.
What are you like a
Let
fine
Lolly
wine or
announce the
something?
winner.
The
Okay.
winner's number 2. What do you want?
Number 2 it is. So
I
in
just totally
Denmark,
rained on the parade there. I just totally buried the lead.
oh, this one has a video.
And that one has a video.
Okay, Okay, well, you know the rules for videos. I have to
Listen to them first before you can establish if it's pornography
No,
or
I have
not.
to listen to them in like 10
I
minute
did
segments.
send it.
Otherwise, YouTube is like, then yeah.
Did you know Did you know that corn can have truffles on them?
What?
Yes.
It gets
Corn
infected
can
by
have
fungus.
truffles on it. Is that what you just said?
That's right. It gets infected by fungus that causes the kernels to expand to become a delicious delicacy known as helicucci.
Delicacy? Like
it's a corn fungus.
Wait,
Yes.
one more time. What was that?
Delicacy?
Helicuci.
I want to say it's popular in South America or Mexico.
It's a Mexican
it's a corn
truffle.
fungus.
It's a Mexican truffle and a
Yeah.
corn smut.
I'm not
Wait,
sure if
corn
it's
smut?
actually a truffle.
That
or if
sounds
it's
like a
just
weird
called
kink.
that.
It's a cross between mushroom, fresh corn, and black truffles.
What?
Tell
What are
you
you talking about?
A herd of cows gathers as cellist Jacob Shaw and violinist Roberta Verna play a concert of classical music in Stevens, Denmark. For the cows. Why? Okay. A concert for cows? Unable to perform during the pandemic, a cellist in Denmark turned to an unusual audience, an experience so rewarding that he is continuing even after concert halls have reopened. Playing for cows is a... I'm trying to imagine like a concert cellist saying this with a straight face. You know, like I can't.
There are worse audiences.
Is it utterly ridiculous?
I just think that this is bullshit. Okay.
You need to be put out to pasture.
I heard you.
At least they're not spherical.
Playing for cows is a continuation of what I've always done in my solo career. Dear God, I'm passionate about taking classical music out of the concert hall. Well, I mean, that's great, but cows? The British musician. Oh, so wait, it's playing for cows is a continuation of what I've always done in my solo career. I'm passionate about taking classical music out of the concert hall.
Your Danish accent is terrible.
It's British, the British musician.
Hey, your British accent's terrible too, lady.
Yeah, they're both awful.
I mean,
I'm just saying, my British accent's bad. Yours is worse.
So this is true, except I'm not sure of the actual science on it. But there is a fairly popular theory that, like, you know, happy cows, happy milk, or whatever.
That's a commercial.
You know, stress hormones or fear hormones or whatever can affect the taste of meat or milk or other animal products.
So the British musician, who is also professor at the Marshall Academy in Barcelona, has set up a cello school in the rural countryside in Stevens, an hour south of Copenhagen, performing throughout the region. During Corona, of course, it wasn't always... during Corona, of course, it wasn't always possible, and we decided to move on to the next best
You're
thing,
insulting.
playing for animals.
I don't like it.
This guy, like, he's a lumberjack or something. I don't know. Let's see. In the autumn, he convinced a music-loving farmer to expose his beef cattle to classical music to improve their welfare.
Beefcake.
Lolly?
Yes.
It's a musical.
What's wrong with you, Lolly?
But they're shorter concerts that could be filmed for television.
It's a musical. Musical.
Oh, no.
Yes, it moves me.
It moves you. Move. You know, that was low. It's not what the cows do. Cows
kind of cheesy.
What?
I find it all utterly terrible. I'm sorry.
Okay, here we go. When he told me about it, I didn't think it was crazy, but rather exciting. I feel the calming effect of music on my own body, so I thought it could be the same for the cows, and I was right. What am I? What?
It isn't crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
You guys are just milking these puns, aren't you?
I hate all of you.
You make me sick to all four stomachs.
Anything you'd like
what
to say?
do I hear? What is making noise right now? No. Is that you? Yes, it's Morbid. No.
I'm Lenny Chris.
Okay. It's Gunther. I don't know. It's one of you guys, and I can't read with noises in the background.
Why is it always me?
It wasn't me this time.
I muted Morbid first, and it kept going. That's why. So, let's see.
I'm reading an article.
The cows were first introduced to the classical repertoire through loudspeakers installed in their barn in the winter, but it quickly seemed to strike a chord with the bovine audience. Cud, they liked it.
Well, if they didn't like it, they would have a beef with him.
Everyone could see from the first time that they liked it, so we continued. Now they're getting used to it, and the result is that they are fantastically pleasant and healthy animals. The cellist who also runs a music festival in France's Charente department said, "What department?" Let's see. They are calmer.
That sounds like a wine to me.
They are easier to approach. Let's see. Cattle even have their preferences, Shaw argues, even if the subtlety may escape the layman. They react differently to different pieces. We played something that was slightly catchier and a bit more modern, and a lot of them didn't like it and left. Just like, I'm moving away.
Do house.
Well, clearly the stakes are high here.
Actually, cows don't like Ramstein.
They don't like
sheep. Ramstein.
Why?
It's the leather.
Okay, here we go. This is where the video is, so I'm gonna play it for a second so we can like see. Cows are just over there like me.
It's like they're sitting there like sissy, super not giving a crap.
They
does not care.
Okay, no. I assure you, if you ever watch cows for 5 minutes, they give a crap.
I'm super disappointed by the fact that this article did not actually have the cows listening to the sound of music at some point, right? Like, or that we didn't see like Julie Andrews in the background.
That's Switzerland.
And she was playing for the Hells.
There might have been cows there. We don't know. I found it all moving.
This is terrible, and we gotta be like the cow.
It's terrible. Bull.
What?
Moving on.
You're making me just. Damn it! I'm trying to think of something good with hoof, but I keep.
I dare you to do it.
Dana dares you to do it.
John Deere? Wait.
No. Wait. Wait, what?
Doesn't the buck stop with you? And we're just trying to get back to the cows, man.
What? No, I mean, I'm just saying.
Oh, that was.
It's not Ramstein, it's Hoofenstein.
Oh, yes.
But by the way, all of these puns are your fault, Flora, because you were the one that submitted the cows, the cow musical in Denmark, right?
Yes, it was a moving gesture.
That's what you all get for liking Flora more than me.
I mean,
yeah, but she got 50 words, man. That's got to say something. We're celebrating with really bad puns.
And hamburgers.
Laugh at a bad pun. I can't help it.
I can help it. Look at me helping it.
They're just so terrible.
I'm just
with the bull part.
Oh my gosh, we've only done 2 articles tonight. It's already 9:30.
Well, we spent half the show arguing about musicals.
What in the what? Wasn't half the show.
Only Lolly was arguing. I was just sitting here being right.
Oh.
I was sitting here
Everybody
being
gets once in their life, Count Morbid.
He's so bullheaded about this, I tell you.
Dang.
You know what? You're going to turn
It's all just cream from here. It's all just cream.
I'm just saying, Justinian.
What did I do?
I said, keep it up, and I'm going to turn you into horse and pfeffer and veal. Just saying.
By the way, when I was a child on the farm, we had a cow with 5 nipples.
How many are they supposed to have?
There are 4 nipples.
How many are they supposed to have? First off, name something with an odd number of nipples. It may exist, but name any creature that is supposed to have an odd number of nipples.
My ex-husband.
Oh wait, never mind. Gypsies are a species, right?
Possums have 13 nipples.
Yeah, but suppose wait, how many possums?
Possums. The Virginia opossum has 13 nipples.
I yield the floor to Gunther.
There was that one chicken total
I admit that Gunther has found greater knowledge.
What about the cat girl from Star Trek? The movies.
What about the Total Recall chick?
I already said that.
Yeah. How about the possum?
Yeah, I believe the possum is the one actually found in nature. So let's go with that. Gunther wins the internet today.
Oh.
Well, like I said, my ex-husband had 3.
And ducks have corkscrew penises.
What kind of milk did your husband produce?
Cow milk.
He was infertile, so he didn't produce any.
Oh, he was named after Batman.
Yes. His name was Bruce Wayne. I'm not joking at all.
Heroes don't
He
do that.
married Bruce and didn't even get a mention.
Heroes don't do that.
What has happened to this show?
I don't know.
And he was a possum with 13 nipples.
Nipples. I'm pretty sure that's what just happened.
Please tell me our next article has something to do with nipples.
No, it's 9:30. We have no more next articles. We're gonna end the show on, and that's it for tonight, you guys. We're ending on nipples.
Bye.
Moo away. Moo away.
So, oh boy, please hit the like and subscribe button, you guys. And remember, our magic word for today is
nipples.
Mug. No, it's mug bug.
Mug.
Nipples, the musical.
Nipples is the
It's
magic
mug.
word.
So
Nipples! Exclamation mark! The musical.
After oh
Should
boy,
have 13 sequels.
We have to go over there and count
It's only
them
gonna
for
be
you.
5 episodes of it. Okay.
Hit like and subscribe.
Yes.
Go a moo. Go a moo.
So yes, so that's it. That after the show, go to the comments on this live stream, put in the word mug, and you will get one of 3 possible entries to win the awesome
mug.
Other the
I feel sorry for
The
anybody
mean
that's
mug
on
mug.
this show.
the mean mug and muggle mug.
And next
Muggy
week,
mug face.
all you lady buggles and yellow jackets, you get to hear Fairy News Network, the musical.
It's a mugsicle. It's a mugsicle.
Also,
No,
this
Flora
Saturday,
Station is the headquarters of the
1
chorus.
o'clock, South Kitsap Regional Park. Is that correct, Flora?
Yes.
Yes. That is where we will be. There will be Kingdom Sword practice and other such things that are happening. Yes. I think I'm going to enlist you to actually do wand spell slinging with me. So, I know. Well, hey, the Order of the Scepter is being formed, and so I feel like in order to contribute to the finding of the king, that since there are interested parties in reinvigorating the Order,
You
of the
should
Crystal
find
Circle,
me.
then that is that's yes. We're getting
Find
started on
Gunther
that.
and we will find the king.
You guys can find us in the hedge. The link for that is in the low bar. That is our Discord. There will also be a hedge gathering on Sunday as well. So I hope to see you guys. And are you just moving your lips and not making noise? Is that what's happening? Like,
I'm biting
trying to
my tongue.
gaslight me right now.
I was going to say, I think we currently have more viewers in the chat than we have likes. So I was going to guilt trip people into hitting the like button.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Just hit like. Hit the like button. It's not like
I
that
was
hard.
being more gentle.
Look, I'll do it. I just did it.
I was being
I
a little
liked
more
it.
gentle.
It doesn't matter if you like Count Morbid more or Flora the Fairy more. Go press the like button.
No, it matters. Press it for me.
Hit it twice for her.
Or she won't like you either.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You don't like this show? Well, Flora doesn't like you. How about that? I mean, I'm just saying, right? She's going to unpress your like button.
That sounds dangerous.
Wait, who's pounding the bell?
Flora?
Flora's pounding the bell. And
Oh, yeah.
out, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I keep thinking
That's
I
for
keep thinking it's
OnlyFae?
the end and keep saying go away. I thought we were over 10 minutes ago.
For all of you OnlyFae fans out there, Flora will be pounding the bell later. See ya.
Hello, friends. This is Gunther Hammerhands. Thank you for checking out Fairy Princess Lolly's channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Use your troll hammer to ring that little bell icon to get notifications when she posts future videos. And if you'd like to support these magical creations, fly over to our Patreon and join the fairy family.